a sec.
Probably shouldn't put my mic on the mayonnaise packet I have sitting on my desk.
That is quite the creative.
Do you have a link?
Okay, it's working. It appears to be anyway. So, hooray for the internet. So.
Oh
Sorry.
my god, I think
So
my computer would crash.
that's great, Russia. So hello everyone who's watching. First, as you can probably tell, this is a fairly informal event, but basically we're just gonna talk a little bit about uh, DC, what changes are being made, etc., and you'll see I have Studio open here, so I can show you the behind the scenes as if it were. Of things that go on. And we'll talk a little about what's changing, what people want to change, and we'll answer some questions. If you have any questions, contact me on Skype if you have me, or post it in the chat, and I'll be reading that. So yeah, there's a couple of people who are going to be on the panel, but they're all sleeping or something. I don't know. So they'll be joining us shortly.
Sleeping.
I don't know. Leo and Connor let me down, so
Leo's dead, so.
Yeah, well, it happens. They said he was going to be the vice president, and he just fell off, But I suppose first and foremost, I'll just, I'll suppose I'll go around the table to the two people who are here and sort of ask what, what you think DC needs, and what direction you think we should be going for the future. So I suppose we'll start with Rosha. If you'd like to talk about a little bit what you'd like to see and stuff.
Honestly, I think DC needs more things to do in a sense. I know that's a broader statement, but because we are growing, and to attract attention to our group and to DC, I think we need more interactive things in a sense, and then also the size of the map, which is unique in itself. The map because if we want to add all these things in, I do believe we're going to have to make some cuts, but I actually don't think these are going to be very controversial.
So what kind of cuts are you suggesting exactly?
Like I said before, I know it's going to be a hassle for you to do, but because it's such an expanded map, and because there's so much land space, and we just leave it as it is and we keep on adding bricks, that it's just going to lag the hell out of it, and it's going to make the experience very not okay.
Well, for those looking on the stream here, you can get a sense here. So, yeah, the map's definitely big. I mean, even in the studio, it takes quite a while to get around. But one of the things James Clements had been suggesting is, if you can see on the stream, an area right around here. I think someone just joined the call.
Connor did.
Connor didn't let me down. Okay. So it's an area like in here might be cut out just to smush these together. Because another complaint that a lot of people have is that the Capitol building feels very detached from the White House, which I know is definitely an issue, which you definitely want to fix. I think, I don't know if it's been mentioned here yet, but one of the things we are doing is, here, if I can scroll over here, is we're thinking about moving the spawn over to the Freedom Plaza, if I can remember the word there, just sort of make it close to the White House and whatnot. So, but yeah, I do understand what you mean, and then we've been doing things like unioning more and stuff like that, which sort of helps with that sort of stuff. But it's hard to.
What if we is there any possible way you can make, like, say, a building like how I'm not sure if it's still in use, but the Secret Service headquarters, how you kind of made like that small building.
Yeah.
If you were to do that, but and have like, I don't know, like business shops spread throughout the map.
Yeah, here I'll and I know you guys can't see it, but if I just go over here for a moment, one of the things we had started on, but I've just moved down here for the moment. Here, I just moved this up. This is an example of a private congressional office. This is not a government building. This is an office.
Oh, I believe it was used
for Congressman Mike and Congressman William. This building was never actually put in DC, so it's only outside. But
oh, geez, I did not see it. Wait, can you? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, so something like that.
Yeah, but yes, something like
how
this
it's like
for,
you only have like the first floor.
Yeah, if it's pre-furnished and everything. So, because one of the things we do want to do definitely is work on more buildings like this, which are sort of pre-furnished already, and then people can buy them, so they're not waiting tons of time for to get their building. or to get their offices or what have you. So that's definitely something.
Would it be possible if you could add like since you know how there's like the Library of Congress has more of like more like of a display?
Mm.
Is there any sort of reason why we can't have like a display of like I don't know like a DC City Hall or something like that?
Well, DC City Hall is right here. It's the Metropolitan headquarters, because the actual
Wait, where is
Metropolitan
it?
it's one that's right beside Freedom Plaza. Like this is the actual City Hall,
Oh, okay,
because the actual Metropolitan headquarters
Hello.
is somewhere off over there towards the Capitol building. But hello.
gotcha.
So yeah, so that's something. Like I said though, because I know there is discussions about DC municipality. I know there were in the past and everything.
No. I know, but I'm just saying for like things that we can put in to make it look new or make it more look interactive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here I'll show one thing over here. So this is the Ronald Reagan Trade Center. It actually says up there, Ronald Reagan Trade Center, and we redid this area because this is going to be the bank. So it'll be a little foyer in here, and you can rob the bank and stuff. So I think that'll be something exciting for Metropolitan Police to do. All the script side.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Terrence.
Here's what I think we should build in DC.
Okay, Terrence,
You guys ready?
I'm in the middle of speaking. You just let me finish, and then you can grace us with your intelligence.
Is this like live streamed or something?
Yeah, it's live.
Yes.
Oh shoot. Okay, never mind.
Hi, Walsh.
I was about to troll. So go ahead.
Well, that's great. No, I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Terry. I was saying, oh yes, the script side, that's all finished. So we're just sets of the building side of things. Anyway, though, I don't want to spend too much time on Russia, so I'll take. I guess we'll go to Webby. What do you think we should be seeing in DC?
I mean, there is all that open space under the in Chevy Chase, where you have like just stores with shutters closed and like bring in more like maybe putting like clothing. I know there's that one like big clothing, but I don't think actually any of that like you can actually is related to anything.
Yeah. It's I think the content in there is definitely a little outdated now, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you can still buy them.
I don't know. I haven't tried it in a while, so
it's one of those where I don't think.
But like maybe more stuff like that, or maybe adding something other than like a bar, or like just a little bit more, something more to do, and then I don't know, just cutting down and like adding buildings that are good on like brick size that don't like clutter the server, but also like just something to do, because really all you can do is drive around, and half the time. Not even half, like 95% of the time, people just use the bus system, which is probably the easiest way to get around. So unless you're like a diplomat or like a dignitary or the president, you're not really gonna actually use the bus station, and you're gonna have to drive around.
Agreed.
So maybe more to look at, but once you start doing that, you have to add things, and adding things equals lag. So.
Oh, and I actually do have a serious inquiry too.
Right.
So. And I don't know what this may be like beating the dead horse or whatever the expression is. I'm not good with expressions.
I think that's the expression.
That's exactly what the expression is.
Okay, so oh shoot, sorry. So the issue with people like when you look at other people walking and they kind of like wobble up and down, is that like a Roblox thing that can't be fixed?
Yeah, that's a Roblox.
Yeah, that's the animations.
But so like. Why does that happen with our DC and not other places in Roblox?
It's because we use custom animations, which even though most of them are made by Roblox, they're still incredibly glitchy because they didn't spend enough time polishing them or what have you. So
at least they're not the new body morphs. Those are awful.
Yeah, well I know it's an issue, especially because I always remember taking pictures in the Oval Office, and if you're with dignitaries, if you like half a pixel taller than everyone else, and it looks really weird. So that's something where it's sort of trade-off, because we could probably fix that. We probably end up having to sacrifice all our like animations, like the wave and animation stuff, which I think is more exciting than just doing asterisk collapse or something like that. Having be able to have your character clap. So I think it's something we can look into, but I no promises, of course, on that. And I know a lot of people would talk about that. So. Connor, are you finished, or I don't know if Terrence cut you off there. Connor?
Connor or Webby?
Connor.
Rip Connor.
Or no, Webby. No, it was Webby. Sorry, my
Thanks.
brain's a little fried today.
No, it's fine. I don't know. It's just I think the overall complaint from people is there's just not enough to do. Because when you go, it's literally, hey, let's go stand outside of the one gate of the White House.
Yeah.
It's not even like the back or like the other side. It's just that one gate.
Yeah.
And another thing is that, I mean, you have to look at it not just from our perspective, but from people that don't know DC at all.
Right.
When they join the game,
Yeah.
and they see the Capitol, they see the courthouse, they see this building, they don't know where anything's at. They don't know where to go. They don't know how to spawn a car. Blah
Right.
blah
Definitely.
blah.
Well,
one thing that could always help is a map feature.
Right. And sorry, I was just going to say briefly there. One of the things that I remember most is when I was Prime Minister in Canada. I visited DC often, and when I the first time I came here, I'd come and I'd be at the Capitol building, and I'd have literally no idea what to do. So I understand totally what you mean. So a map feature, it can be a little tricky. It's something that I've been thinking up is for the bus system. Basically, what you do is you'd open it and open like a little simplified map, and it would have a little button for each of the bus stops, so you can sort of get a sense of where they are in the city rather than just guessing. So something like that. I know at the end of the day it all boils down to having things for people to do. So that's why we're doing things like bringing the bank. We're going to be building more private stores and stuff, and that's definitely something we're focusing on moving forward. I keep saying we're. It's me. It's just me. But I can dream. Anyway, I suppose with that being said, well, Connor, did you have?
We're discussing like any kind of development.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if anyone brought this up because I just got here like a few minutes ago. How the armed forces or army needs something added. Because no one's really interested in it, and I believe that we need something put into DC for our active military people, like not just the Pentagon.
Right.
But we don't want to make a fort because we're not in martial law.
Yeah, we're not putting a fort in. Something we might consider is something similar to what the UK did when they were under martial law, which is being able to have deployable barriers, etc. But essentially, what I am planning on doing is a recruiting center. So basically, a little room or a building with some rooms for interviews. We may also maybe some posters talking about the army, etc.
Covers. I know that's one thing the DoD requested.
And also just a place to spawn, realistically, other than because I think right now they spawn at the Pentagon, if I remember correctly.
DoD. If you're on the DoD team, you spawn at the Pentagon. I think if you're on Armed Forces, you spawn at the World War II.
Right. So it would make more sense if you have a building. If you have a building somewhere closer to like Freedom Plaza and the White House and whatnot. So somewhere like in here-ish. If you look at the stream, you can see my mouse. So yeah. And as well in a recruiting center, we could have, you put your stereotypical propaganda stuff in there. No, but you have all information sheets and stuff, and people can talk to people there, and you can hold events and stuff there. So I definitely think that's something that we need because, and then they have a tool in DC to use. So yeah, that's definitely something we're gonna do. I think Gatsby just joined the call. Is that you, Gatsby?
Yes, hello, thank you. Sorry I'm late. I was eating dinner.
Oh, that's all good. So we were just talking about what sort of things you think you like to see in DC and what sort of direction we should be going in.
Well, one of my main issues, and I know a lot of other people have the same concern, has to do with lag, but not lag like when you're in the game lag. I'm talking like
loading.
Loading lag. What's interesting is that, like, let's say I'm in the game and let's say you're joining and you say, oh, I'm loading in. If I press escape using like the Roblox GUI, I can see you on the player list, but you're not on the on Exorcist's custom player list. So is it that could be the problem that causes that loading lag?
Well, it's funny. There's a misconception in DC, and don't get me wrong, the block lag definitely does contribute a large chunk of your loading lag, but realistically, basically, once you can see that main menu screen, you're pretty much able to play the game. When it says pending, sometimes for ages, that's because of the scripts that are loading. So the issue is since Exorcist put so much work into making all these custom systems, they are incredibly slow and incredibly heavy on the server. So that causes some people, ridiculous wait times on that like main menu screen, of sorts.
Yeah.
So that's something because I'm not 100% sure what we're doing because we might because considering everything you did, I don't think we're necessarily going to go back to the original GUI or anything, but we might put in a little lighter weight in the back end, if you will.
Yeah.
To help speed that up, as well as we might work on a system where certain fancier aspects, if you will, of the GUI might be disabled for people running slower computers and stuff like that to help them get in faster.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you have anything else you want to mention.
Yeah, I think it'd also be interesting to I know we have Club Orange, but I think also like just adding in more things to spend the in-game currency on, like making the in-game currency more like of like utilizing it more. We have it, and it seems I mean I seldom see people in Club Orange or sorry, the pavilion in total, not just Club Orange.
What if there is a way, or like in the GUI or at some place like a bank, if you want to say, where you can like exchange Robux for like in-game currency?
The issue with that is mainly exploiters and the consequences therein, because you can. I definitely like the idea of having a currency that you can exchange from in-game to Robux and stuff like that. But the issue is once you get an exploiter in there, mess with the scripts, then suddenly they can take advantage of that, right? As much as I love having our wallets empty on the second day, that's what we want to avoid wherever possible, of course. But no, I certainly understand the idea, and I do want to see more done with the in-game currency. I totally agree. One of the things we're going to be sorry, my headset has a tendency to disconnect sometimes. So basically, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so what I'm probably going to be doing is removing the $5,000 or what have you you start with. And we'll have things like jobs will have salaries, so your income will go over time depending on what job you hold. And of course, you can also do things criminals like you can do things like whatchamacallit, rob the bank.
Rob a bank.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. And which means we're also doing things like we are removing guns for a lot of roles, meaning citizens will no longer spawn with a gun, meaning you have to go buy it. Other people like if you're in the White House staff or anything, you won't have a gun either. You have to go buy one. So suddenly you care a lot more about that money. You know what I mean? And we'll probably add health effects to a lot of the food. So we'll either greatly reduce or remove entirely the regenerating health, so that if you have really low health, you can go and buy food and get it back up. So that's another reason to use the food.
Also,
sorry, go ahead.
About the gun part. So the people that I don't know if this is still up, but is it still up, that pack that you can buy for like 1,000 to get an AK and a pistol?
I don't think so, no.
Would that still, if you bought that like back when that was a thing, would you still have that in this update you're talking about with the guns?
I don't know. That'd be something we'd have to think over. Because of course I don't want to rob anyone who of course spent money.
James, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. My thing was weird. What if instead of buying them in game, how about if we have like game passes that you can use to get currency?
Oh yeah, good old microtransactions. You mean? Yeah, that's something we might look into because that's something that a little more nations are using, like Hong Kong and the UK.
What if is there any sort of thing in the future where like you have like a private transportation company or something of that sort?
Sorry, my
I mean,
headset.
given.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Have you already addressed that?
My headset cut out again, so if you repeated it, I didn't hear you again. Good times, but.
Right. Is there any sort of like in the future like a private business transportation sort of thing? Or because I know we have the warps, but I'm just saying like.
Oh, you mean like driverless buses sort of idea?
Taxis more so.
Oh right, of course. Private business. It's. Yeah, I mean it's certainly possible.
I don't really know what would like affect scripts and all that really.
The only thing with that is I would hesitate with that only because especially in our current stage, only because I don't want to put us in a position where we suddenly get rid of this public transit and then people are suddenly stranded because DC's not active enough, there's not enough taxi drivers around to bring people around, you know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying not get rid of public transit. I'm just saying like.
Well, we might scale down the public transit system so certain buildings, so you can't just warp to every single building, so you have to actually drive around.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and especially when more private businesses come in and they're all scattered around, then there won't be a warp to every single one, right? So that gives you more incentive to drive around. Or
is it possible? Where geez, I need to plug my computer. Like there can
actually,
be
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I was just saying one thing about that though. Regarding cars, we may for like citizens like that, we want to be looking into like a dealership idea instead of just having a free car constantly. So that's another reason to have the in-game.
So like pay for cars.
Yeah, which would make something like a taxi more effective because then you wouldn't have to spend all this money up front.
Gotcha. Uber. Let's look at comments. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Yes. Is there anywhere there can be like a shopping plaza? Or would that be like
shopping plaza?
Or would that be the yeah.
Well, of course, we're already putting in more things in the Chevy Chase, and we're also going to be putting stores surrounding Freedom Plaza because because the whole idea is we're going to make Freedom Plaza a much more like downtown feeling square where the spawn is and everyone can meet and talk and stuff like that. So that'll be definitely one area.
I think the issue is if you put everything like in one place. I know I like it how it's all together. It's walkable. But then, like, you have, like, the other, like, 40% of the map that's not used.
Which is why I'm also saying we're going to be putting them also spread out. Oh, 1 second. Sorry. Which is why we're also going to spread out businesses down Pennsylvania Avenue. And along towards the Capitol building, which gives a lot more stuff also for people to do on the route between the Capitol building and the White House, and I feel like it would make it feel a bit more connected.
Is there anything you could like add near like the Thomas Jefferson Memorial or like say where the old USCP HQ was?
Right.
Like renovate that into something?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I'm not quite sure what we'd use it for, but.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we could figure out something or other.
What about like judicial like? I know FBI doesn't have a headquarters, so like I don't know, just thoughts.
FBI doesn't FBI have the Hoover Building?
So
they have like some government. There was a debate that they would get like the Pentagon.
Sorry, who, the FBI? Sorry, no, you were saying the FBI for the Pentagon? Or...
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, this is a terrible headset. No, the FBI are getting their own building. I'll talk about that a bit more because if one person has a question about that, so I'll speak about that in a bit. But yeah. Sorry about that. So yeah, moving on. I feel like we've grown that point down, but so I don't know what you guys think about the whole dealership idea, if that would work or not, but I'm open to suggestions regarding that.
I mean, it could always happen to an extent, but that depends on what you do with the money system and like how much are people are doing. Because at some point you're gonna have people that are using the bus stops more than like they should, even though not many
Right.
people drive. So they're not gonna like they're just gonna have enough money to get around rather than actually buy a car. And then what happens after you like leave a server? So you'd have to have some sort of saving inside the game or memory inside the lighting or whatever. So that would
Yeah.
it'd be possible and then have people own it, but at some
Yeah,
point you
sorry
can
about
only do so much.
Yeah.
Is there any way where there can be like an event stage?
You mean
That would be
like
cool.
like a community center for events, or?
I guess you could say community center, but I'm more thinking of like I want to say like more of like a concert, but I feel like that's too much. Like we won't actually have a concert, more of like a stage or event area.
Isn't there the Capitals hockey arena behind MPD? Um,
I have no idea.
or I don't think it's the Capitals. It's one of the sports centers. It's that red building map. That's like if you go on
Well, I've
14th or 13th.
Okay, well, I'm not American. I've never been to DC, so you're not gonna.
No,
you're
I
not
mean,
gonna,
like,
you're not
I'm-
gonna
I'm
jog
looking
my
at-
memory if you.
I'm looking at your screen. Like, go straight. It's
Oh.
like that big red building.
Which?
Kind of by like it's on the way to the voting hall. Go straight.
Like in here?
No. It's behind MPD and like the banks and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, that big red building or
No,
the
that's
gray building,
that's part of the Smithsonian, isn't it?
whatever that is. No, it's to the go right, one over, over a street. I go left a little.
I realize the stream's a little lag.
Yeah,
so,
laggy. Yeah, that one.
that's the Smithsonian,
'Cause-
though.
Oh, I always thought that was a hockey arena. I don't know. The whole DC like map. thing.
So like other things at DC, I know this really won't be like another thing, but like you know how it's like the something gardens. I don't know how you'll make that like.
Vague. The
It's
something
something.
garden?
It's in DC.
Okay.
They have the Japanese maples, which align the Potomac. No, not the Potomac. It might be. And then there's the Rose Garden, but that's kind of in the White House.
Yeah, no, it's like. I don't know how to say it.
Well,
Oh, it's a national botanical garden.
but,
It's more like a
Oh.
flower thing landscape.
Mhm.
I feel like I don't know, just having like a building there.
yeah. Okay. Well, at this point, I don't want. Some people did have questions, so I don't want to hold them too long. So I suppose we can look at some of those now. So someone asked. So someone asked about Metropolitan Police utility SUVs. So
that'd be
yes,
great.
yes, the police are getting SUVs. I know they've been hounding me for that for far
Last
too long
November.
now. Well, I wasn't a developer since last November.
Yeah, that
but-
is true.
But no, so they are done and everything, and they're just not in DC, because I have to get Clemens to upload them on the Exodus account, so that's a more involved process.
Oh, do you know what'd be kind of cool?
That'll
If
take
you got
some
like the
time, but
Vietnam like memorial.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
I don't know where that is, but sure.
It's if you're looking at the Lincoln Memorial, it's around there.
Oh,
It's like on. It's
Yeah,
kind of
I'm literally
around
just
that,
like on like Google search, just like looking for things in DC. There's a theater. You want to have like a theater, but I think that goes with the stage area thing.
I do think a theater would be cool on like the National Lawn or something where we could do like
Maybe if someone was really dedicated, maybe like I don't know.
have a band.
Another question was, is the Wilfer Building and the FBI patrol call being worked on because the FBI has nothing of their own right now? That's from good old Poco. Yes, it hasn't been started, but there's lots of things I can show you where that's going. Actually, it's going to be. Here, if I can scroll over. It'll be. It's called the Wilfer Building because they voted to name it that instead of naming it the Hoover Building. Is it? Or, no, it's
Hoover.
I think it's
Yeah, Hoover. It's Hoover.
Truman's the state government. It'll go in this area right here. So it's a fairly big building. Most of it probably won't be used, but it'll be in
It's a
here.
nice building.
So,
Right.
let's look more.
What if I know there's an event? the Washington National Cathedral. I don't know if that would be a thing. I'm just naming stuff
Yeah.
now.
I fear the thing. I guess I'll just go around and talk about a few things that have changed. So this road is going to be redone, so this will have to be properly curved because this drives me insane as much as I think it drives other people insane. Another question was, can we see the Truman renovations? Yes, you can. Here, let me just go over here. I am still adding the DSS Armory, but you will see. Click on inside here. This is a little change, so it's a smaller foyer. So anyone can open these doors, so that anyone can come in the foyer here. This was sealed off a little bit. Reception and stuff.
Connor, you would be really funny
What?
And there's
if someone
scanners.
made like a community college and it's like put in DC.
Who was it that wanted a hospital?
I think that's like didn't Bright Rose want like a
yeah, it
clinic
was
or something?
Bright. Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Some of the.
I think that kind of goes to the whole health thing.
offices
If you want like.
Yeah. Ambulance service.
So, also I believe this is the director of the DSS has an office now, so they're not
that's
just
cool.
totally alone. So yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the Truman changes right now, but those are still being worked on. As far as the White House, I know some people did see this, but there are trees now. I'm still fiddling around with these, and I'll probably change them because these are a little bit too big, I think. But the idea is there are trees, make it a little more homey. I do like how it frames the building. And
James, would there be a possibility where when like the Library of Congress, where you can make like a 1-floor section for like, I don't know, like the National Archives, something like that? I get it. I'm just saying, I don't know, like something to do over there.
It's possible. What else? Oh, my Skype stopped responding. That's fun. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but.
Yeah, no, I
can hear you.
Okay, well my Skype's just being difficult then, so I can't take questions there. Someone asked about with chat here. What about the White House pool? About that. See, I totally want a White House pool. The annoying part is, and I won't show you the interior of the basement, but in case you've noticed, right, the pool's supposed to be right here, which it's kind of annoying because the basement's down here, and it kind of interrupts that. And we're expanding the basement so that the situations, that room and stuff comes out a little more. So I'm gonna have to use some trickery to get that to work with the White House pool. It's a fun list. I'm thinking of something kind of neat. You'll see if I go the study here. So there'll be a door here or so, which will come out into the pool. A little pool house and the pool and stuff, and we'll put trees around that. Just make it a little more homely and whatnot.
Oh, that idea. When he's in that building, when I saw like the boombox, it gave me an idea. What if there was like some sort of like news agency headquarters, something like that?
Well, there
C-SPAN.
There definitely was suggested changes, as in. God, my brain's going blank. The radio on your phone. You'd be changing that to be like you could also have the radio playing on a boombox, like this sort of idea. On a spot, so as people can listen to music. I mean, we have several different radio stations which have different genres of music. Which
cool.
I think would be a cool idea.
That's cool.
You could throw in the APOC radio.
Yeah. Well, and
would there just be the thing as like radios and in the cars or not?
And another, yeah, that's possible. The issue is I probably wouldn't make it just insert an ID. I'd probably pick a radio station, because IDs, people get annoyed with that. But one thing.
Does it still like rain and thunderstorm in DC?
No.
Could that be a thing?
Yeah. The only thing is particles are really laggy. So especially over a map this big. God, that'd be.
Yeah.
That'd be not fun at all.
Unless you want to like cheat it and like make it look bad, but I mean, being a perfectionist, that would drive me insane. So.
So like, where would you think you'd put this community center / theater, concert hall, something like area?
It's hard to say. Maybe somewhere, maybe along Pennsylvania Avenue towards the Capitol building, or maybe on the road along towards the Trumans. Maybe there's something over there.
Yes, Mom.
That's it depends. We'll have to see. But I'm pretty open to to wherever works. You know, like you said, that we don't want to cluster everything together because then people just sit around in the same spot, and that's not good. So yeah, what else here? I suppose one other thing I'll talk about the White House while I'm here. I know when I talk about these things, it's like, well, most people don't notice this, but in the East Wing, that's the wrong part. This part, here we go. Along probably this wall, we're going to be putting presidential portraits and stuff, so like a hall of presidents. I think that'll be neat because since guests are usually brought in here, since this is like the dignitary entrance or whatever, they'd walk down and see a big hallway.
What about the Is there any way you guys are gonna like re-renovate the Supreme Court building?
It's definitely on the list because I know even when Clemens first became Chief Justice, he complained about that because he did not like the Supreme Court building.
What, he doesn't like that gray color that's all throughout the building?
Well,
Oh, nice Christmas tree. Wait, what about flags? Can we add like flags?
Directive Bravo asks, can you add my name to the UD Chief office in the next update? Sure, Directive. Let me do that right now, just for you, okay? Because I care. Okay. Watch, development in action. This is the wrong floor. Yeah, it's one of these ones. This thing. Gotcha. So just pop on there. I'll just... And bam. Job done. Let's see. What other questions we got here? My Skype's working again. Right, windows. Right, the Truman still doesn't have windows in several panes. They have been added. The windows have been added. I just haven't. It's not on the next update. As for people who've been asking about when this update is going up, it depends on whenever Clemens gets on, because I've messaged him and he has yet to get on. So it depends when he gets on. Let's see what else we got here.
Wait. So what are your thoughts about the American flag?
American flag. What about it?
Like, can we just add them to places, like on buildings?
Okay. Sorry.
I don't know,
being a Canadian seems weird to just put American flags everywhere, but okay.
That's what we do, Reed. Welcome to culture.
Thank you.
Angelo is saying for DC, you should have new cars and have currency to pay for new cars. Yeah. That's
one thing that you could do with the cars.
About like a car show or
that, or
dealership.
changing, like giving more variety in like the colors of the car,
Yeah.
But
if we had like a dealership or something like that, then you'd be able to modify the colors. Oh, Connor asking, can we get a strip club? Well, Connor, you're in the call, so I don't know why you didn't ask it. But that's
he wants a gay one too.
Gay one, yeah.
I'll think about that, Connor. I'll take it under consideration. Thanks. Let's see what else we got here. Other questions.
It's literally just like a bar besides Club Orange.
Yeah. Someone asked about the army covers, right? Yeah. Those are being added with the.
So anywhere where you can make like a recruitment center.
Yeah.
Like in DC, like the downtown DC.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
What else have we got here? Just think if I can actually see any questions now. I don't have any on my Skype, I don't think. But Orange is SHQ updates.
Group shout from Kestrel.
Right. Speaking of which, actually, these doors. Oh God, my thing was. These doors are slowly being phased out, so we'll no longer be using these doors because anyone who's gone to DC with more than 5 people in the know that the blocks all shift around, so the doors look really weird and mangled. So that's something we'll be changing. As far as Secret Service renovations, I'm probably going to be fixing the lights because it's very dim in here, and making any other changes like that. But yeah, so that's that pretty much. On that front.
What about like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of things are just gray.
Yes, that's something Clemens and I talk about. Exorcist had a very dull color palette, I should say, and
Have you seen his character?
And something we have to try to do is I just say bring more life into the place and make it feel more alive. And part of that, of course, is filling all these massive empty spaces, and part of that's also mixing up vibrant colors, mixing up so doesn't look all uniform, beige buildings. So yeah, we're working on that.
Is there any way where, like, on the phone you can like a 911 thing?
Well, it's funny. I have old 911 scripts from Canada. I could probably end up using here if I wanted to. So that's definitely, if that's something people want, that's definitely something we can see in the near future.
Could MPD have, like, you know how there's like the SUVs? How about like a marked SUV?
Yeah, well, SUVs, cars in general are a bit of a pain, because of the way that actually sets them up. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, he set it in a very compact way, but also makes it very hard to change things.
Oh, do you know what'd be kind of cool?
So, yeah, I'm working on that. But
I think it'd be kind of cool if, like, for like 4th of July or for like any special occasion, you can make like a parade route or something.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, that's another thing. I want to be able, something I think the Metropolitan Police will find interesting is the ability to set up roadblocks. So that,
yeah,
that would be cool.
So at like intersections here, you could block off these two things. So if cars are going down the middle, so that so you can have like a marked out path for motorcades, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, so that's something we don't.
Leo wants the ability to mug people.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I'm not surprised.
How about weapons like a knife or pepper spray? No, we already have pepper spray.
Yeah, pepper spray's broken. That's another thing.
You could, what about the, like, I think it's pretty common, the drop money when you, like, reset or die, thing.
Is it,
yeah.
James, is it possible that I can get my DC Community College?
Totally, I'll get right on that. Another part
DCCC.
And part of the reason why I did this, though, is because I want to clarify a few misconceptions. So, last night at the GOP debate, no offense to any of you people, because I know several of you are in the GOP debate, or all of you were, actually, except for Webby, now that I think of it.
Yeah.
But, it was brought up making the DC a group place. Now,
well,
I totally understand we need more visibility for it, and I think instead of putting the forum post, we should put a link to DC in the description above the break, so you don't have to press more to see it. But the issue is because we insert guns and cars and the voting system and stores and billboards and so many other things that are located in models in Exodus inventory. If you make those a group place, you can no longer insert those, which would break a ton of things. And I know that's something you say, well, you can fix that. The issue is, though, we have so many things that are on the list to do, we can't really afford to spend 3 months just making it so it can be a group place.
Oh, yeah. Well, what about the wings? Is that ever going to be removed?
I don't know. The wings, I think.
Because I really don't think we need people in Congress making like FAA rules and regulations.
I thought about that actually. That was.
I swear to God.
It makes a lot.
It almost came up.
It makes a lot of. What's it called?
Revenue.
Yeah, it's not gonna lie, because people buy it like every single respawn, and brings a lot of money. But
$8 adds up.
Yeah. Well,
how about instead of billboards, you can put, how there's like little ads, like when you put like little ad posters like on like the warp stations.
Speaking of that, actually, I was gonna mention along the main roads.
SS had one at one point.
So pretty much along, probably just along Pennsylvania Avenue, a couple of roads. What we're going to be doing is I can't think of the word now, but like those little campaign signs you put on your lawn.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
For campaign season, every candidate will get a certain amount of signs, and they can give me a graphic, and for this election we'll have signs along the road so people can see that. So I think that'd be cool.
We'll stay there till.
Oh wait, go to the bus stop at the White House or at the warp station.
Yeah.
As you can see, how there's like the Secret Service have like little ads there.
Yeah.
What happens if you can put that like around, but for like different agencies?
Definitely, I think it's just a matter of making those ads. Because if we have them, then we can put them around. Because I think it's just as best up the other ones don't have the ads.
I have to go.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, see you guys.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely something that I'm up for doing.
Oh my god.
But with being that said, yeah. So I think it'll be cool for campaign season having some signs along. For candidates, and I think you guys will enjoy that, considering several candidates are in this call. But I won't get into that. But so yeah, that answers the question about why it can't be a group plays. As for cars, and I know Secret Service especially like to complain about development often, because of things like, for example, a limo. So the presidential limo, I started on it, and the chassis is finished, but God, the cars are annoying to make, and it takes a lot of time. So I've been preoccupied, pretty much. And sorry, other things, for example, I think people know, but the doors in the White House bunker and the Pentagon have been fixed, so those work again. Secret Service tools have been fixed. What else? Trees, like I said, they need to be smaller, but I'll fix that. Also going to be adding offices for the press corps in here. So people in registered media agencies can get an office in the White House, which will be kind of cool. I think that's all I can think of at the moment. I don't know if there's more SS Utility. Oh, is that an SS Utility? Like a marked SUV.
After MPD gets theirs.
Yeah, pretty much. When it's pretty much when MPD gets theirs finished, because they've been whining about it for very long.
A year.
For too long. I mean, the MPD is ready to like take my head to the guillotine about this. So, when theirs is done, we can look into an SS SUV for sure. I don't think.
I'm sorry about that SS. That was all
What about
me.
food?
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I was talking to, I think Leo last night and some other people was like, if you're at Club Orange, actually giving like the alcohol, like actual alcoholic properties.
Yes.
So like your screen goes all blurry, stuff like that.
This is one of the things where this is something later down the line, but I've been for another project I've been working on a health script so that you can have various health effects. So let's say you're feeling adventurous and you jump from the roof of the White House to the ground. Then your for example, your leg might break. And then this goes back to the whole idea of having not necessarily a hospital, maybe like paramedics, which can spawn an ambulance and drive out to you and and heal you and stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Just another sort of citizen employed job for people to do, and you could have all sorts of things like that, and it'd be more valuable because let's say maybe when you die you lose a certain amount of money, monies and stuff like that. So you have a reason not to just be like, oh, I can just respond. So yeah. Let's see what else have we got here. Any other questions?
Before you mention the campaigns, what about like the RNC and DNC headquarters?
Those are probably not going to be added in the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
Only purely based on the fact, it seems in this group we get a lot of third parties that come and go, and I don't want to I don't want to be unfair to them, but at the same time, I'm not going to build a headquarters for every new party that pops up. So it's something that. Plus, I really don't want to build the Watergate complex because it's like one of those like fancy like abstract buildings that you just don't want to do. But I won't rule it out. It's definitely possible, but not in the foreseeable future. Let's see. Any other questions? I'm trying to find here. In-game economy. Yeah, let's talk about that. Road signs. Definitely. I totally think it'd be a cool idea. Adding road markings for turning lanes as well as also for things like stop signs and yield signs and whatnot. I definitely think that'd be a cool idea. We can definitely do that because that kind of stuff is detail. I think is good. I suppose while I'm actually here, actually, now I mention that I'll explain what's going to be happening. So, in reality, this road is blocked off here. There is a security checkpoint. This section of whatever road this is, fifth something or other, I don't know. So what will end up happening is the bus stop. This bus stop will actually end up being deleted, and we'll just be using the Metropolitan bus stop. And then there'll be a security checkpoint here, so that we'll get rid of one over here, and the security checkpoint will be along whatever road this is. I can't remember. I think the street sign actually says it is.
That's 10, and then
15th
that's
Street.
probably
15th Street.
16th
So
or
this is 15th Street.
Okay.
So it'll be along here. So this road will be, under SS control, which is more realistic, and also, that also shifts perspective a little bit, which should make maybe something like this gate used a little more than the one over here, which doesn't hurt. And like I said, when you remove the bus stops, it also gives people better reason to drive around and stuff. So that doesn't hurt. So yeah, that's sort of the stuff in the immediate future. Bank and stuff like that is also immediate future. I think I briefly talked about rounding that out, fixing these fences. Also fixing this park, which doesn't look anything like what it looks in real life, because this is a terrible representation of it. I can't remember what it's called at the moment, but I think there's also a dignitary hotel area in here for dignitaries to stay in, so we'll be putting that building in. And the Department of Treasury and the Eisenhower Executive Office building, I think it's called, will be put in. They're probably only going to be empty buildings for now, but we might put some offices in there just to mix it up. But no promises there. See, I think that's something I can think of at the moment. I don't know if you guys have any more questions or suggestions, etc.
You should add a White House kitchen.
Right.
You should add food that's accessible.
Well, yeah. So we're talking about having food that does have health effects. Definitely. Part of that would be because I know Precious Bright Rose probably wants a kitchen. I'll get right on that. Because we have this massive empty room, which is supposed to be the kitchen and stuff in here, and galley and stuff in here, so that'll be, you can do something with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that has the same priority as the, White House pool, so don't expect it tomorrow. Yeah. So that is that, pretty much. Also, one other thing, my glorious narcissistic statue right here of myself. I know there's a lot of arguments over whether or not this is technically you're allowed to go on it. So in real life, the Tecumseh, Sherman, whatever it is, Tecumseh Monument, which is actually here in real life, my understanding is that it's closed to the public, except for during certain times. So I don't know if that's something we can work with the Secret Service.
Reed, when's your birthday?
Why?
So we can make it so that's when you go on it. You can take pictures with Reed on his birthday.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I'll do that. It's in June, though, so it'll be
Follow June then.
Trying to see here. Anything else?
What about HLS building? Because that's where.
Well, that's sort of the part of the
HLS
that's sort of in the
stuff.
Pentagon, right?
Well, not in real life.
No, I know
the
it's
Coast
not,
Guard
but-
yeah. So probably not in the foreseeable future.
Well, no, because I mean, realistically, right? So, right now, the Homeland Department is 95% Secret Service, and the Secret Service have their own building.
Yeah,
so
that is true.
So it's not a priority. Because I mean, there's no point in building a building just for I don't know, the FPS. I'm pretty sure the FPS got shut down actually, but immigration czars to have an office would be. I mean,
Does Connor M. Green get a statue?
Well, Connor Green's a pretty crappy president, so he doesn't deserve a statue. But
He elected
okay.
9 more times than maybe.
yeah, exactly. Just hey, look, when you get elected, when you serve 4 terms, then we can talk about making a statue of you, okay?
Just never go away.
But you just never let go. Yeah, exactly. That is how you win it. Make the Department of Justice headquarters. Well, that's definitely make the Department of Justice headquarters. Well, I'm assuming you mean that would have offices for attorneys and stuff like that. It's definitely a neat idea. I definitely think that's something that we could do. I only hesitate because I don't know how many attorneys we have or what kind of use we get out of it. But I mean, maybe if we give some judges and stuff offices, then if you want to have meetings and stuff, they have something to use, something that's not incredibly big. So yeah, I certainly think that could be that could certainly be done. I don't see why not. Let's see what else here. Will we be using the in-game voting this election? Short answer is no, long answer is maybe. I mean, it's possible. It's extremely unlikely, based on just timetables between Clements and I, and me not really having the ability to keep DC updated in time for that. So, well, just for convenience for this, we'll probably be doing the elections just through PMs instead of using the voting hall. But I do want to use the voting hall again though, because I think it's a much more realistic experience, and it's kind of neat that way. So I definitely want to see that out there as soon as possible. What else have we got here? I don't see anything else in particular. I don't know if you guys have any questions as well, or suggestions, concerns, etc. No, I don't see anything. But yeah, so DSS office. We are, well, like I said, I'm still adding an armory for the DSS in the Truman, and we are also with that. Well, there's already a DSS director's office, so if the DSS expands into a more into a larger organization, then we can look into things like a classroom and press room just for the DSS, etc. But right now it's not really necessary, so it's not a high priority. Cabinet building bunker. God. Well, I mean, it's okay. In the event of a nuclear apocalypse, a couple of congressmen can be replaced. It's not that bad. They're very disposable. I say having I think 3 congressmen in the call, who've all gone incredibly silent, so they actually hate me right now. Fantastic. What else have we got here? I don't see anything else in particular. That I could be wrong. So I don't think there's last minute questions, but that's sort of a rough overview of what I'm doing and what we're doing moving forward. I definitely do agree that we need things like make more interactivity in DC to make it more exciting. So that sort of stuff will I definitely want to work on. And the other thing is that I just want to make this crystal clear that if you see a problem, please don't hesitate to contact me and talk to me about it, because sometimes I need to be shouted at an issue 10 times before I'll fix it. So, because I'm a stubborn man like that. So, if you have suggestions or what have you, then concerns, suggestions, questions, or if you've noticed a bug or anything, contact me, because that's the best way of getting it fixed, obviously. Other than that, I think that's all I can think of at the moment. These other guys in the Skype call are normally quiet. I don't know if they've muted themselves or what, but a taser. I don't know, a taser maybe. I know another thing that some people were mentioning was like a drag tool. So that if someone crosses the line, you can basically grab them and drag them back. The only issue I have with that is that they tend to be quite abusable. So I don't want to. I don't want to open the door to that sort of thing. So let's see with that. Food. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, so like I was mentioning earlier, food definitely. One of the ideas was that we'd either remove entirely or greatly reduce your health regenerating, so that you'd have to go out and like eat food and stuff to heal yourself, which I think would be neat. What else have I got here? I think that's just about everything that I see here in particular. I don't know who's like busy eating under the thermos over there, because that's what it sounds like. But so yeah, that's all I can think of. No one else has any questions. It doesn't seem like. So with that, I think we can close up here. I suppose while I'm here, though, if anyone has any questions regarding elections or anything, I can answer those as well while I'm here, because that's probably more convenient. But I can answer them publicly. So if there's a question regarding radar guns. Yeah, well, it'd be neat. Unfortunately, I mean, like, you let me know how you want to do it. You know, if you want a script to make them, then I'll gladly include them. But well, we're not. Yeah, right now we're focusing on one city, so there's a lot of things we can do here. And there's still plenty that we can do with DC. I think that's everything. I don't know if you have if any of you guys in the call have a suggestion or question or concern, etc.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I think I asked all my questions.
Alright. Then I don't know if you guys have any questions about elections while I'm here? No? Yes?
Debates when, like,
Well,
we're 2 weeks, I hope.
we're gonna be sorting out a debate schedule, after all the candidates are finalized, aka tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm quite sure the election.
Second term.
Will Clements rig it for Webby? Well,
God, I hope not.
Well, the Supreme Court, I think, is in the process of determining whether or not he's eligible. And my understanding is that they're very likely not going to bar him from running, which is unfortunate. But
Poor LDU. He just wants to run.
He just wants to run. It's just.
Just wants to redeem himself after losing to Reid.
Yeah, well, losing as vice president too. I think that's somewhat hard.
That's a little harsh.
Well, you know, I'm a harsh guy. What can I say? Another question: when do you expect the update? The update will be whenever Clements gets on.
Las Vegas.
My Clements probably won't get on anytime soon.
Let's make Miami or New York.
Yeah, we should make like Las Vegas.
I started on New York, but
L.A. Something that's original.
The White House bunker door
San
is
Francisco.
fixed, James. It's just not in the current update. But yeah, those doors are all fixed and everything, so you can go use the bunker again. I actually walked in the White House bunker for the first time in like 7 months because it broke like way back in like January. So I haven't. So I never got to use it during my entire term in April. So.
Oh, you're so nice. Who could shoot at you?
Exactly. Who could shoot a Canadian?
Well, I could. I mean, too.
Well, to be fair, I only got assassinated twice. Once
I've almost been assassinated at my press conference.
Was my third term. My guy assassinated, like seriously assassinated, not just like shot by Leo or whatever. For not getting Missy V's. No.
It was probably at a Rose Garden press conference.
I can't remember. There was one when I was shot in my third term, but the one I remember most distinctly was a member of the Special Forces had a sniper, and he got me right in the middle of a press conference.
Did you die?
Yes, I did.
It's always the press conferences.
It's always the press conferences, yeah.
Come on, SS. Step up your Rose Garden press conference game.
So, and I'm kind of sad though, because what's it called? Oh, the Secret Service don't use motorcades anymore. Like.
Well, they did one today.
Yeah, they did one today for the memorial, which that was fine. That was 10 out of 10.
I remember when I was present, they refused to let me step inside the Oval Office without having a motorcade prepared. So.
Because Connor's lazy and he doesn't go anywhere.
Well, since you guys can't actually open the bunker, I suppose it's not any harm. Plus, I'm redoing the bunker in the current use, so this will be outdated.
Oh, you should have a pool inside the bunker.
A pool, right? We need that. These are the.
Just make the Oval Office the pool.
Yeah, I just removed my desk and put a pool there.
Okay, I'll make sure to get rid of that. Here's the bunker right here. So you come in. There's meeting table. and office. That's about it. It's pretty boring.
Wellington said add tables to the majority and minority offices in Congress.
Is there not is there not tables?
There's 2 couches and a table. He mean like in the PPT
Yeah,
office
I'm
is so
scrolling.
big.
Hold on, I'm scrolling over the.
Scroll.
I'm like desperately scrolling up on my mouse to get over here.
Frantically scrolls across.
It's a pain. Okay, so sorry. PPT office. Let me pull this up.
There's
It's over
there's like
here, I
desks
think.
for meeting. North side.
So
The one without
yeah.
the crane.
So like this meeting table right here, right? That's what you're talking about, I'm assuming. Whenever it loads on the stream, so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, like one of those. That's
Right.
my office. So pretty. Yeah, one of those in the minority and majority offices.
Okay, well I don't know where the minority or majority offices are. So
Go down the hall.
that'd be good, first of all. Oh, are these it right there? Majority leader.
They're by the scanners.
Aha. These are very cramped offices, but if you just cram one right in there.
Just cram it inside there.
We need to give us like more of a House of Cards feel.
House of
You could do
Cards?
like a smaller table.
Where is the other one then? Oh, it's just rips. Oh my god, these offices are so cramped,
Yeah, they really are.
but it's okay. No,
Just
Change
in
our genre to House
yeah,
of
yeah, they have the
Cards.
table right there.
Are you happy, Wellington?
Oh, did Wellington ask for that?
Yeah, he did.
Are USS tools fixed? Yes, they are. SS offices. I fixed the names on them. I think
Oh my god.
that's fixed, but what?
Nick Rosie was like, fix the SS office names or Lucifer will rape me.
I think they are fixed. So I fixed Director de Bravos anyway, so that's one anyway. Do the House minority and majority leaders demand a table?
Probably not. No, they don't deserve tables.
They're just in the House, peasants. They're not important. You wanna what though? I care, so I'll give them one anyway.
Z Prize wants a gavel tool.
Of course he does. I'll get right on that for you, Z Prize.
That'd be entertaining.
You know what? I
Spam
see.
button.
Look at this. I'm putting in tables just for you guys because I care.
Just put tables in the rotunda for no reason at all.
Yeah, totally. Just yeah.
Oh, you should add an Allah bomb.
Totally,
no.
I'll get right on that.
No.
You also have to make sure
Do
to
you know how many
blow up the White
committee
House
meetings would
gate.
just not go?
Oh, fun fact.
all.
I'm pretty sure these guys. Yeah, the podiums in the House still say United States Senate.
Do they really?
I should probably fix that.
Not keep it.
Let me pull up a decal of
Yep, they do.
the House instead.
That is great. The House is stealing our podiums again. How dare they?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're really poor over there, you know.
They just run across the hall. You just see like House of Representative members just like
Just
running
like
through
dragging
the road.
desks. Oh, the House side.
They're getting little go karts with
Let me see if I can actually find the House logo somewhere in here.
Oh, add an airport.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not get too wacky here. Okay.
Add a tank factory.
nuke. Just put nukes in the
Oh yeah. Oh, you should add nuclear codes that only the Give me the nuclear codes.
Right. Yeah. I totally trust you with the new.
because that's a good idea. You have to
We'll
put it in your
bomb
phone so like
DC.
everyone that's been a former president just knows all the codes.
Well, we're gonna end up like sending them out in an email.
We're gonna send them out on our private server, and then
There you go. It's fixed.
And then all of a sudden, and then I'll get pneumonia, and then
hey, pneumonia's no joke. That sucks. I've had that shit.
well, Hillary has it.
I heard.
Rest in peace.
How dare her be a human being?
There we go. My OCD can rest easy. Anyway, I do have to get some stuff done though, so I should probably cut it short here. This was. I'll save that. This was fun. I hope everyone got to talk about the suggestions and stuff. And I definitely think this is a neat chance to talk with people about things I want to see in DC and whatnot, and clarify any misconceptions. So that's good. And I thank all of you guys for I say all of you. You know, however many people are left in the Skype call, 3, fantastic. The 3 of you for sticking it out, even if Gassy showed up late.
And Leo died.
And Terrence Walsh is dead to me. I mean, he left the call after 5 seconds. I mean, anyway. That being said.
Exile him.
Yeah, so, one other thing I should say, though. I don't know if you've noticed, but the chairs and stuff are gone around the inauguration hall, because we're making these a trigger, so that you can trigger them on or off, instead of just them being there all the time. Same for the Rose Garden seats, we'll be able to trigger those on or off, so they're not just constant seats there, so the garden's, like, it's empty and, like, beautiful. When I say beautiful, not, but you know, like, it's not a podium and chairs there constantly.
Great.
Because there isn't one in real life, so that makes more sense. Okay. With that, I think that's just about everything. Unless you guys have any other suggestions.
Can you make a like a stairway to the thing under the Senate Senate chambers, where those like random desks are?
What?
Under the Senate chambers, if you
yes, there's just some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We glitched down there last night, and we were just like messing around.
Yeah.
Okay, so strip club is off the table.
I'm afraid so. Sorry to disappoint.
I think
you're disappointing a lot of people. Just letting you know.
How dare you?
We'd get so much activity. Hope you know that. So much.
Someone suggested an illegal RPG dealer.
Well, we have Leah. Sorry, Leah.
What could be cool is if you keep USCP for USCP, well, for whoever gonna use it, a bunker from CB to that building, because all those, or just buffing up security in the committee room, that'd be nice.
Oh, well, you want like a scanner outside the committee room or something? Or?
That'd be nice.
I could probably do something like that.
There's so many committee meetings are the prime target for us to get shot at. It's very frustrating.
Also, I'll probably add some more seats in, considering it's only like 12 here. For committee hearings, I should say. So yeah. All right. Well, with that, I will say thank you to the people on the call. Thank you to those who asked questions, and thank you to those who listened. And I think with that, we will just finish off here. So I will end the stream now. Thank you very much. Goodbye.